Andre Berto versus Victor Ortiz. In this fight, I'm going to go with Andre Berto to beat Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz first. Good boxer. Stick and move type of guy. Good speed, good power. Not excellent speed, not excellent power. Just good speed, good power. Stick and move. Definitely has no problem moving around the ring. Good leg movement. But I feel strongly that the faster punching, harder hitting Andre Berto will beat him. Andre Berto, good power, excellent speed, flat-footed fighter, walks you down, doesn't move very much, stationary, boxes out of the side angle stance, doesn't really use the side angle as a defensive tactic. He just boxes out of that stance. Doesn't put much emphasis on using it defensively like Floyd Mayweather, but he does box out of that stance. Good jab, excellent speed, excellent power. As I said, I feel strongly that the speed advantage and the power advantage of Berto is what's going to hurt Victor Ortiz. Also in the past, Victor Ortiz has quit in fights when it got kind of tough for him. When it didn't go his way, he kind of gave up, got discouraged. He hasn't done it since that one fight, so much props to Victor Ortiz, but he has become dysfunctional and melted down in tough situations at least once before. And so that's kind of cautionary to me. When the pressure's on, will he be able to handle it? After he quit after that fight, he has stood the test of time and stayed in the ring, finished fights even when they did get tough. So much props to Ortiz, but he has melted down once. Andre Berto has never melted down, has often encouraged a more physical, challenging fight out of his opponents, egging them on to throw more punches and come on, let's go, let's go. Andre Berto, definitely a warrior. Definitely, he's not afraid to exchange and trade punches. So I feel strongly in this fight, Andre Berto will beat Victor Ortiz. After the fight, I feel firmly that the fight will go all the way to the distance. Don't be shocked if after the fight, Victor Ortiz is extremely beat up compared to Berto. I'm talking eye swole, nose crooked. I feel strongly the power and the speed of Berto will really have a damaging effect on Ortiz. He sticks and moves, but eventually once Berto connects with him and gets close to him, I think that's where he's going to do most of his damage. Victor Ortiz, on the other hand, when it comes to Berto, he doesn't have excellent power. He doesn't have excellent speed. So I feel strongly that he will land punches and add up points. But I don't feel he's going to damage Berto like Berto can damage him. The sticking and moving ability of Victor Ortiz will present a challenge to Andre Berto. I feel strongly you won't see many moments in the fight where Victor Ortiz and Berto are head-to-head, right in front of each other, exchanging and trading punches. I don't think Victor Ortiz is going to try that. I think he knows that Berto hits harder than him and is a faster puncher. I feel strongly that he'll be on that bicycle all night, Victor Ortiz, sticking and moving all night. But once Berto gets close enough to throw punches and land punches, that's why I feel that Berto will have the advantage because of his speed and power. All night long, the flat foot of Berto will be a challenge for him to keep up with Ortiz. But at the end of the day, the speed and the power of Berto, I feel, will be too much for Victor Ortiz to handle. Andre Berto versus Victor Ortiz, I'm going to go with Andre Berto to beat Victor Ortiz. Shout out to Andre Berto because I feel in this fight he's really stepping up in this fight and fighting a more challenging fighter for himself. I felt in the past that his other opponents weren't as challenging, in my opinion, and didn't have the boxing skills that Berto has. Wasn't much of a challenge for him. And he would often look discouraged after fights, Andre Berto, almost like, I won, but it really wasn't a challenge. I saw that look on his face. He wanted a more challenging opponent. That's a good sign out of a fighter. And that's the kind of guy Berto is. He's a warrior. In this fight, he's stepping it up in competition and skill level by fighting Ortiz. But I feel strongly the faster punching, harder hitting Berto is going to beat Victor Ortiz. I like Victor Ortiz, though. I really do. He's a good boxer, man. He has good skills. He's talented. But I think Berto's better. Victor Ortiz versus Andre Berto. I'm going with Andre Berto to beat Victor Ortiz. Thanks for watching, y'all.